Show&tell, hi guys, I'm Judy and today I'm going to be watching One Piece episodes 348, no, 438, 439, and 440. Except I might not watch all of it today because it's it's like pretty late, and I also need to take a shower, and also need to go to sleep, and also need to wake up tomorrow to work. So we'll see. I mean, yeah, we'll see if I like how many episodes I watch. I mean, you're gonna get the three of them eventually at some point when I finish reacting, but I don't know if it's all gonna be in one sitting or going to find out together. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon for full reactions. Subscribe. Let's go. Alright, there were faces. Crazy wolves that were going to eat everyone else. Like all the other crazy animals on level 2. I would do it. Oh, it's so free. Okay, how long are you going to stay in there? Oh, you're just going to move that? Why do you need so many windows? To make it lighter. And also you need small windows so that wolves can get in. I get it. Why? What are you doing? They're under the ice? Seriously? Honestly, guys? Oh, okay. I was afraid that we were just gonna follow them more. Yeah, you just abandoned him. But I guess you're atoning. Are you asking? Yeah, don't let him. Please. Oh god, Luffy is looking so...
Emporio Ivankov.
Oh god, Luffy. Hold on. Oh god, they're frozen. And no one else is in. Okay. So maybe there's actually a person there too, with the wolves. Yeah, sure. Even on snow and ice, in this condition, go for a fight. Oh boy. Someone's gonna save him. Oh no. I think someone's gonna save him. Let's see. What are you gonna do? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, he's probably using haki. Yeah! Even in his dying state. Wow, Luffy. And without even really knowing what haki is or how to like really channel it. All by instinct. Oh, it did affect you after a while. It makes sense because he's already weak. Eva? I guess so. What kind of outfit is that? Like how did you get that out? In here, in a prison. Yeah. It's nice to hear Nami's voice. Like he doesn't realize that she's a prisoner. Work on that. What? You had bandages over your chin just a second ago. What did you do to them? And the jailers never found out that all these people are here in the prison? All of them are queer? Do they only disappear queer people? What are you doing here? $10 hours? Is it 10 hours after? Into the 26? This is Ivan?
Mr. Tsu, Bon Boy. Nani? Nande achishi no namae?
What is happening in this video? Yeah, sexy. That's what I was thinking.
Impel Down no Gesito kara. Shujin tachi no rakuan. Osake mo.
How did you get all this stuff? Apparently. I mean, how much feeling do you have inside a prison, though? Can we see your face already? Wow.
Impel Down! Level 5.5 番地! Newcomer round!
I can't believe it. It's Ivan. Suddenly he looks big. Why did he look so small before? I mean, there was expecting someone, you know, pretty outrageous to some degree. I mean, Bon Clay is like already kind of outrageous to, in some ways. And he was like talking about the king of the gays or something, so I'm expecting something a bit extra. I mean, it is One Piece after all, but also like I'm supposed to believe that. I mean, I believe it, sure. prison is an interesting experience, for sure. So they just like, they're still prisoners in some ways. They're just like, nobody knows they're there. So at least they're not being chased or hurt or tortured or anything. I don't know how they get all their supplies, but I guess they have their ways. Like, I'm sure he's a miracle worker. Sure, yeah, I'll believe it. And they just throw parties and do whatever they want. They have weapons, they have whatever, and they're just like, I mean, they do that, I guess, in the whatever they said, underground, or I don't know exactly where they are located physically, but like one prisoner did point us that way, and he said there was someone there. I don't know if he was speaking the truth or just pulling, you know, Bulkley's leg, or both, or something, but you know, someone has noticed them. But I guess the jailers don't spend that much time on the floor as much as the prisoners are stuck there. I don't know, but anyway, they somehow managed to disguise themselves, and it just written off as like, oh, they were demoned away. They just went to hell. Like, this prison is so crazy. Like, I don't know. It's a funny place. I mean, not really. Obviously not. We have also a lot of not funny cases here, but at the same time, like, I'm just thinking, if they have like so much accessibility to all these things that they're getting, they can't, I mean, I guess it's a different thing altogether to get out, to break out of the prison. Like, they manage to sneak things in, but not, then it's like, I mean, it's harder, I guess, to break out. Obviously. And also, I don't know if they want to break out. I mean, they're having fun. They're saying that they have freedom. I mean, compared to other prisoners, sure, they have freedom, but it's very limited in terms of like physical location, I think. Don't you ever want to go somewhere else? I mean, but sure. Compared to, I guess, how, you know, things were for them as prisoners, this is definitely better. And maybe they also meant that they're kind of free in terms of like, you know, they're all queer, it seems, as much. So they're kind of like, they're inside the prison, so they're like outside of society. They, in a way, they're like sheltered inside the prison. They can do whatever they want where they are, and you know, but at the same time, they're like kind of free from society's expectations or you know, judgment and stuff. Maybe that's what they meant by it a little bit. I don't know. But in any case, even Bonkley was kind of appalled. I am wondering if to continue on to the next episode right now because I'm so tired. I'm back, a little more awake this time, slightly. Let's get into the next episode. Do you have any, you know, ambitions, aspirations of leaving ever? Or are you just like happy here? You seem pretty happy. I can't tell if he's appalled or he just can't believe what he landed in, but he's actually happy inside. Possibly the second one. Masaka? Yeah, I can believe it. I mean, obviously they called him Ivan, but like, I mean, would you have been satisfied with anything less than this? From the king of the whatever, the queen?
私がずっと敬愛し続けた人。
What, you're disappointed?
Emporio Ivankov!
What? I was the queen? Sorry. I don't know. Where'd you come from? Possibly he was always queer then. Okay, way to blame everything on everyone else. Where did you get that gun from? What can you do? He, they, ate the wink wink devil. Fine, probably not. Yeah, but does that work on its own? Like if no one attacks you and you want to attack someone? Oh wow. You made him more female. When they say queer, do they mean, you know, cross-dressers and... Can he only do it from male to female? And how the hell? I mean, he said he was using hormones. Maybe he had ate the hormone. I don't know. But if you don't want to, okay. Insane. Yeah, but can he turn him back? Does he want to? We need your help. Fast. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so it begged you when? Oh. Okay, yes. They also make it a point to know what's going on. It makes sense if you want to pull off this kind of endeavor for a long time. Luffy. Like even more than it. Oh fuck. Are they like extracting it? Whatever it takes, I guess, but wow. Born after the 90s? What are you talking about? What? What is that? What? Why? Yeah, it sounds horrible. What are you doing to him exactly? Can we... 2 days? What do you mean 2 days? You don't have 2 days. He won't care about that because he needs to save Ace now. Luffy will make it work. Spirit is what he has. Does he say banata? What does he say? He has hormones in his like nails, whatever hormones he wishes. Pretty miraculous, or at least devil fruity. Unless it's not a devil fruit, I don't know. Also, it's interesting because you can actually turn people, I guess, as much as possible into like at least a female, like it. But he like doesn't choose to do it. Like, I don't know, maybe he can do it himself. They can do it to himself. They can do it to themselves. Oh my god. He's doing his best to fight it. Yeah, he has to fight for himself. Good words. Even if it's hard to. You know, to face the reality of them a lot of times. Hope that. Oh, so sweet. Yes. Oh god. How many hours? 16 hours. If you don't have long, you'll have to expedite your healing, or just I'm just like, either he will just miraculously race through it with his spirit, because his spirit is so strong when it comes to, you know, rescuing his brother. I mean, when it comes to saving everyone he cares about, but right now with his brother, like his brother is like in actual deathly danger, so for that, you know, I feel like it makes a lot of sense that his spirit will, you know, be extra spirited, or he will just kind of, you know, heal himself partway or something and be like, okay, I have to go, like I don't have I can't stay here any longer, I have to save my brother, and he will just have to kind of deal with the consequences of, you know, I mean, even if he does heal completely, only faster than is expected of him, I'm sure that he will have to deal with the consequences. This is not something he can just walk away from, I'm assuming. And I mean, we have been dealing with a lot of consequences lately. It feels like, you know, there, like, things have not been kind of brushed under the rug. Like with his gears, for instance, you know, we know that he's been dealing with a lot of pain. And you know, it's kind of like, it's been affecting everyone. So I definitely feel like this, like almost dying to this degree, will not just be like, I'm thinking that it will probably, like, you know, make it harder for him. Like, he won't be in full health. He won't be just like himself, you know, going to rescue Ace. He will have to deal with, you know, some impairment, at least temporarily, I'm guessing. And it was just so sweet to see, you know, the flash of a memory of them together, because we didn't get to see that. Even when, you know, when Ace first appeared, they never flashed back to their past together. They just talked about it. So seeing them as little children together, even if we didn't see much, like, I want to see so much more, but I love it how, you know, he kind of, like, Oda kind of gives you like little pieces, and he never, he never just dumps things on you, like even like good things, like not in a bad way, but just like, he never gives you everything all at once. He really like gives you bits and pieces, like really stretches it out, to make it really worth it though. Like you go through so much, and you just get little bits of the story as you go, like like the fundamental bits, I guess, like especially about Luffy, who's like the main character, but when you come to think about it, you don't know that much about him, like except for what we know as we go along with him, but like or like the little stories that, like, Shanks, the story with Shanks and stuff. But every time it's like, we discover something new, and it's a really cool way of telling a story. It's really like amazing to me, because it's so hard, I feel like, to keep it all to yourself for so long. To just like, okay, like to really kind of pace yourself and really like take your time with the story, and give the viewers or like the readers or whatever just little tiny hints. But I guess some people enjoy like knowing everything and not giving you everything at once, like just kind of hinting it on something and then moving forward and doing something else, and then giving you another hint and then moving forward, and just kind of holding it all back. It seems almost like, oh, I don't know if it's true, but like he almost has a hard time, giving you like the full story. Like there's always more to discover. Like it's really cool because it makes the story feel really full. Like it has so much to give you, like, because you keep discovering new things, even about the main character, especially about the main character, even so far into the story. So it always feels like there's more to find out, and that's kind of like, this is what the story is all about. It's like about the adventure. So even it's also like it's obviously an adventure going forward into the future, but it's also kind of an adventure going into the past, or discovering more about the people that we supposedly know the best. So anyway, so that's really awesome, and I'm enjoying it, even as it's like excruciating in some ways. Like I want more, but yeah, I really admire this kind of storytelling, like this ability to just really only give, like kind of give less rather than more, just to kind of keep your curiosity going, and still be able to to keep people engaged, like because sometimes if you keep just like kind of hinting on things and never giving full answers, then people will get like annoyed or like impatient. But here it feels like he gives enough that it's there's a lot going on kind of all the time, pretty much, like in terms of like the plot. There's always like something going on or something bigger to look forward to and stuff. And then in between he kind of threads, like weaves these like the storylines of like the characters themselves, and so you always have something to kind of engage with, and you're not just kind of left just waiting for like, okay, when are we going to find out more about Ace? I mean, obviously you are waiting for that, but like you have other things also to worry about. So it's not like you're only like waiting for that, and then it doesn't happen, then you're like whatever, and you give up on the story completely. Anyway, I think it's really cool, and yeah, I appreciate it. So I liked what Ivan Sama, said about the fact about the miracles, about the fact that you have to earn your miracles, like you have to prove that you're worthy of them. Like they don't just happen to anyone. You have to work hard, and then it happens, and then the miracle can make itself, like the miracle doesn't happen by itself. It always needs like this help, or not help, but like just like like a fertile ground to grow in. Like if you just like put a seed in something that's in dead ground, then nothing's gonna happen. So like, you know, wishing for a miracle and just kind of relying on that and not doing anything and just thinking like, okay, if I just pray for this miracle and just hope that it will happen, you know, strongly enough, then, you know, then it will, and I'll just, you know, and I won't have to do anything. That's not how life works. And so, yeah, I definitely agree with them. I'm sorry that I don't know what to do with pronouns. It's, especially as, you know, obviously in Japanese, they don't have that. I mean, they do have like some words that they can use that, you know, are gendered, but they don't have to use them. So I don't know what their pronouns are, and and I'm really bad at it. Oh my god. Okay. And also, yes, like I said, it's really interesting that Ivan can change the actual sex of people, it seems like, or maybe not all the way. Maybe he just like gave that guy hormones, and then so it's not all the way. I don't know, but it was very effective. It looked pretty, you know, a complete process there. Maybe like Ivan kind of likes being in between or something, or you know, like there are like cross-dressers, for instance, who are like, I don't think they really want to like go all the way or change their gender to that degree. Anyway, I as you can see, I'm speaking nonsense, but anyway, it's interesting. And also, I mean, I felt bad for the guy. I get it. He deserved to be punished. I mean, he just came in there to kill Ivan and I don't know who else was in the way, because his father turned like he blamed like them for everything bad that happened to him. And I mean, I can understand why he thinks that way, but like, or people think that, you know, like queerness is like contagious or something. In this situation, yeah, I don't think that Ivan turned his dad queer. And also, like, when they say queer, like, I don't know exactly what they mean, because as far as I know, queer means everything. It's kind of like an umbrella term, like for LGBTQ and stuff, but I might be wrong about this completely. Yeah, so anyway, I did feel bad because, like, I mean, like, on the one hand, he deserved a punishment for, like, or like a wake-up call or something for, you know, blaming everything on this, on queer, on being queer and stuff. On the other hand, is he going to stay this way forever? Like, but I mean, I mean, is he like, is the lesson supposed to be that he likes being a girl and decides to stay that way and realize that he's queer himself? Like, I don't know what, or just that, you know, just like, or he gets to go back to being a man if he like apologizes. I don't know, like cause Ivan said that he, you know, he like, he was welcoming, like, they were welcoming him to the newcomer and stuff. So it seems like they just expect him to stay there forever, like, just to accept this new status quo or something about his own body, and just, yeah, be part of them and be queer like the rest of them or something. But like, if you're not, then you're just not, you know. I don't know. It was, yeah, okay, sure. I mean, obviously he wasn't thinking about them. He wanted to hurt them, so he was hurt back. Okay, I don't know. I'm just lingering on this for too much. I don't even know if we're gonna see him again, but maybe we will. Her, I don't know anymore, honestly. Okay, and Luffy is going through excruciating pain, and it sounds horrible, and it looks horrible, and we really hope that he gets out of it. Okay, let's get into the next episode. And it's gonna take 10 years off his life. But Luffy's not the kind of guy to think about the far future as far as it's concerned, or even the near future, really. Yeah, I'm gonna be king. You know, that's my goal. What the hell? That is crazy. For sure. Oh, so that wink works. Yeah, it's just like a blast of power. That's really incredible. I don't know how people have not realized. Oh, you were all, you know, really rooting for him. That's really nice. So they knew about him long before you arrived. That's why it's 5.5. I think we heard somewhere that there were more floors. Ace is in level 6? No, so they're not executed?
Impel Down の監守長、雨の支流。実力は所長マゼランとほぼ。
What happened to the Shiryu dude?
その2枚看板で鉄壁を誇っていたんだよ。
Okay, that makes more sense, I guess.
監守長。
Oh, they put him on, like they imprisoned him?
支流、何をしてる?
You went on a rampage?
貴様の憂さ晴らしのために囚人たちはいるんじゃないぞ、支流。
Sounds like a really nice dude.
クズを切って誰かが困るのか。所長権限により直ちにお前を拘束する。
But don't you need to find a replacement for this guy?
史上最悪の助手カタリーナ・デボン、巨大戦艦サンファン・ウルフ、大酒のバスコショット、聞く者が聞けば震えが止まらないほどの海賊たち。
And they're there forever. Okay, so Ace is in floor 5 then, because he's not one of them, because he's going to be executed.
バナーダの元ボスもそこにいるわ。あれも相当イカれてる。
So Ace is on level 6, so he's just not going to.
麦わらボーイとバナーダたちはアラバスタで敵だったんでしょ?
Yeah.
その人を助けるために麦ちゃんはここへ来たそうよ。来て本当に侵入できただけですでに神業。だけどそれはもう諦めなくっちゃね。
Never.
7-8時間でエースボーイはインペルダウンから連れ
It
出す。
doesn't leave us a lot of time.
麦わらボーイの解毒治療はあと約2日。体力の回復に3日は寝込む。目覚めた時には全て終わってるわ。
Oh, that will be heartbreaking.
案内するわ。
Look, we're so invested. It's so sweet. Are we gonna have to face when we go to Ace or something? Are we gonna have to face somehow Shiryu? Because I feel like they didn't mention him just to let us know that, oh, it would have been harder to get in here if he was active. Very appreciated. To let Luffy know that he's out there and he believes in him. I think it's very important. I'm sure it makes a difference. I mean, Luffy also is very, very affected by the people around him, so makes sense that he would be you know, especially by a friend. So it makes sense that he would make a difference. I love that you did that. Miracle is like something that you create through a sheer effort. Oh, oh, everyone's hooray! Hanging bearable. I hope they're not loud enough so people can hear them. Okay. That's a stupid question. Oh boy. It's 7 in the evening. Nobody's eating. Why would she lie? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, he would. Who are they talking about? Luffy or Ace? Like, he was just saying that so they could hear him. It's blood? Why is it? It's over. He's done it. No. Fine, it looks really bad. How many hours do we have left? Let's go, Luffy! Oh, fuck. Luffy! He needs meat. He needs meat terribly. Jesus. It was really fast. Of course not. He needs to save his brother. Come on. Oh, it's of course we're going to rescue him as he needs to be taken away. It's a good thing you have so much food here. Okay, I think you're looking a little better. A little better. Less emaciated? What is that? What is that? Your stomach? Wow. Hello. Luffy! Look at you! Damn it. Why did you have to end here though? Usually, like, it's not only One Piece. Usually when things happen, they happen kind of at the last minute, you know? We had to have like this kind of feeling of like, oh god, you know, like making things harder and like, you know, having all our emotions heightened because, oh my god, Ace is going to be carried away and who knows what we will have to face in order to rescue him. And so in order to kind of, I mean, not in order to, but like we had a lot of hours that were kind of consumed by Luffy having to recover. And he did it. It was, it's funny to me that, you know, he kind of ate all that food. I guess needed time to kind of digest it a little, but he like all the food was like stuck inside his belly. I mean, it happens a lot, but not in this shape. And he just like kind of walked out, showing us how he like in real time we see his body kind of come back to him, so, like him forcing, I guess, all the food or the energy from the food at least into the rest of his body. Like we see how fast his body works through sheer will, pretty much. It was funny to see it. I don't know. It was also really exciting just to see, because he was so emaciated and so like it was horrible. But like as soon as I saw him like that, I was like, okay, now he's hungry. Now he needs meat. This we can work with. I mean, as long as we have meat. But at least he's like no longer poisoned. I don't know if like the consequences are going to affect him right away. Maybe there won't be like that. Because like when I'm thinking about like the second year and third year, we didn't really learn about the pain that it caused him. Exactly. I mean, he kind of talked about it. He talked about how he was kind of burning through his own life or something, like his body wasn't exactly used to being used that way. And then when we heard that it was causing him so much pain, and we saw it on Zoro, it made sense. But like, like the consequences of it didn't affect him right away, or like, I mean, in a way they didn't affect him at all, but he just keeps on going. Like, we know that it's really hard for him, or not really hard, but really painful for him, and he does it like without hesitation every time. Like he goes into second gear or third gear if he needs to. So I don't know if there will be like consequences that we will have to deal with right away, because that will be like a big disadvantage and in a crazy situation. But it will be interesting if there will be. Or honestly, at this point, I don't even know. Because I was thinking like, okay, when he died with Crocodile, he just ate meat and recovered. Obviously here, it was harder. It was a lot harsher than that. So it took him a lot longer. Like, not just meat saved him. He had to like recover, like really work hard, like for 20 hours, scream his lungs out, working through the poison, I guess, like recovering. So I guess you could say that now he's recovered, like he said so, and he's gonna be fine, pretty much, because he needs everything he has in order to save Ace. We'll see, I guess, how it goes, but it was really satisfying to see him just, finally out of that, finally looking like himself, sounding like himself, ready to save his brother like himself. Poor Ace. I can't with the little scenes that we see Ace just like, just like these little cuts of him just just worrying sick and just not being able to do anything about it. And and all these hours that he knew, like for all these 20 hours he already knew that Luffy's out there, and he didn't know, like he just has to like live with, like kind of sit with that and not be able to do anything and not hear anything and not know what's going on, and and just wow. And just the pain in his voice, and he was like, my brother's doing, like, that's what my brother does. He does stupid things, like, ever since he was a kid, I had to worry about him. And like him be about to be executed, that's what he's like, saying. I mean, it's just, I can't wait for them to meet. Like, it's gonna be so, like, he's gonna be so angry, I think, but also so happy. I think it's gonna be, wow, insane, intense. I don't know, like, what's gonna come first. Probably the anger, I think, if they'll even have a chance to really, like, because I mean, I don't know how it's gonna go, like, if they'll even have a chance to react, like, oh, they'll just have to run or something. This has been juicing me, this like arc of like just going toward Ace. And also we heard now about this guy. On the one hand, yes, I feel like I needed to know about this guy to feel that, because I kept saying, I feel like this is too easy, like, going through Impel Down. And now, and the story kind of, compensates for that by telling us, oh no, it should have been harder, but this gap is gone. But this guy is like not active at the moment, and okay, but I feel like, I mean, we're going to go to the floor where he's at. He's as strong as Magellan, so that's also something that we have to keep in mind. And I mean, to top all that off, we obviously have all the Navy ready to take Ace. Actually, Whitebeard is heading toward Marineford, right? That's where they are. So he's not like even going to Impel Down. So Ace, like he's gonna wait until Ace gets there, so or something. I mean, not wait, but like, fight there. So I guess whoever takes Ace there isn't really in danger from Whitebeard. If I were Whitebeard, I would probably try to capture Ace on the way, in between maybe. Maybe they thought of that. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I can't wait. I feel like I keep saying that in this arc, but yeah, I can't wait. So I hope for now that you guys enjoyed this reaction. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Wedding Tear, Andy Plays All Night, Tyranor, Michael Gabriel, Shadows Moon, and Marsh. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.